What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Vince Warburton and this is VW Fitness. Today we're going to talk about Hyped YOLO Darkside pre-workout. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so I'm pretty excited for this review. Yeah, actually really excited. This is gonna be a little bit different kind of review from what you guys are typically used to seeing. But before we get into it, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe and bell for notifications. We're trying to grow the channel, guys. I really appreciate it. We do reviews every Monday and Thursday. You guys can stay tuned for that. And make sure you head on over to the website, www.vwfitness.club. Snag yourself some free samples, guys. All you pay is $5 for shipping plus tax. And then as well, pick up your official VW Fitness Shaker Cup, guys. They are still available, $8. Okay, I basically discounted them. I'm trying to liquidate them, make room for new stock, new products. More on that later. But guys, if you're new to the channel, we break down a supplement review like this into 4 different parts. We're gonna talk about number 1, price. Number 2, the label ingredient breakdown. Thirdly, taste. We'll go do a workout. We'll come back and we'll talk about the effects. So very excited, very, very excited. So let's jump right into it, guys. Price. This is a really interesting one. Okay, so Hyped actually is more of a brick and mortar. That's how they're structured. Okay, that's how their business model is. They're more designed for people to actually go into their local shops and buy the product. They are not really necessarily targeting online. They're actually kind of deterring you from buying online, because if you want to buy this pre-workout, and granted, this is a little one, guys. This is kind of like a mini serving. I think there's 5 servings of double scoop in here. These are kind of their little sample packs, I guess you could call. But if you go to their website, guys, it is $70 for 20 full servings. Okay, that's crazy expensive. Again, now their whole motto is not to be the least expensive. I've talked about price a bunch on the channel. I think price is very subjective. If the ingredients, if the effects are amazing, then I'm gonna pay whatever I gotta pay to keep getting those amazing effects and get those gains in the gym, because that's essentially why I'm taking a pre-workout, right? So in terms of the pricing, guys, if you go into like a brick and mortar store, and by brick and mortar, I mean like the mom and pop shops. I've never seen this at Vitamin Shop, at GNC. That's not where they really want to target. They want to be in those smaller kind of supplement stores. So pricing is going to come in between $49 and $54, somewhere in there. Obviously, it's up to the individual supplement store to potentially give you discounts, 20% off, whatever, that sort of thing. So really, pricing-wise, it's kind of this kind of big scale. And I spoke with the owners and really kind of understood their take on the pricing. And their whole thing is they're not trying to be the cheapest pre-workout there. They want to have a high quality product. They designed the label. They did everything from the ground up. They are what I would consider a small business. And so you're kind of supporting that, right? So with that price point though, on the consistent scale, even if you go at $47 with 20 servings, you are going to be at a 1 out of 10, okay? I know that sounds absolutely horrible, right? Again, there's probably discount codes that you guys can check out. I think the most expensive pre we've talked about is C4 Dynasty, and that was $70 for 20 servings, something like that. So really, when it comes to the pricing, guys, I think this is one of those ones where you really have to be subjective about it. And if the effects work for you, if you want to pick up one of these little guys, you know, you can try it out and see if you love it. Then you put that investment in and you actually buy, you know, the big tub 20 servings. So price, not great, but again, can be completely 100% different if your effects and if you guys love the label and the taste. All that kind of combines. So just remember that. Let's move right into that label ingredient breakdown, guys. Yeah, guys, supplement facts. We are looking, and I apologize, I might have to squint here, but this is the little baby label. I'll put it up on the screen here. But basically, we have 22.3 gram scoop. That is for 2 scoops. Now, I don't know if the bigger version, the 20 servings, if it's like half a scoop or a full scoop or 2 scoops, but basically 22.3 gram scoop, okay? That's pretty big. You know, anything I think over like 17, 18 is on that pushing the bigger scale. And depending on the amount of actives, you know, it could be a really, really good pre-workout. We start out with 125 milligrams of the Himalayan pink salt. It's going to help with hydration, help with cramping, that sort of thing. I think Himalayan pink salt, sodium is important. You're obviously going to lose a lot of, you know, water weight. I particularly do typically when I do work out. So it's good to see here. And honestly, a lot of pre-workouts do tend to have sodium. I don't usually talk about it a ton, but it is right here on the top of the list. Next up, we have 10 grams of citrulline malate, guys. 10 grams, okay? I talked about citrulline malate a ton on the channel. I'm not a huge fan because typically it's a 2-to-1 ratio. Now, I don't know if this is necessarily a 2-to-1 ratio, but if it is, okay, you're looking at about just over 6 grams of pure citrulline, and the rest is going to be that malic acid. Now, I think that's a good amount. Now, even if it's not a 2-to-1 ratio, I think you're still going to get between 4 and 6 grams of citrulline. I'm just going to say that. I don't know for sure, but I think that is a good amount. I mean, I don't think I've seen very many pre-workouts that push 10 grams of citrulline malate in general. So it's kind of rare. Next up, we have 4.5 grams of the beta-alanine. Efficacious dose, 3.2. Now, there has been some other studies that kind of say that you might need a little bit more. You might need to saturate that a little bit more. Everybody's different. I just read a comment, actually, and I'm just going to sidetrack here on the YouTube channel about someone saying, like, I was talking about Jack 3D and not pushing 3 scoops. It's a lot, 405 milligrams of caffeine. And basically, this person was like, well, it's going to be dependent on body weight. I personally am a heavy stim hitter, and I can handle it. Nothing really phases me, which is great. That's awesome. Everybody is different. There's no one size fits all when it comes to supplementation. So even when these efficaciously dosed at 3.2 grams, I can't stress it enough that some people may need more. Some people may need more stimulants, and just kind of understand that, guys, that just because it might be underdosed, you know, there's people that don't want beta-alanine, that don't get the same effects from beta-alanine, etc. So 4 grams, I'm grateful to see that, or 4.5, pardon me, to see that. I think that's a great dose, and for me personally, I'm definitely probably going to be feeling those beta tingles pretty quick. Next up, we have 4 grams of the betaine anhydrous. Again, this is one that's pushing over the dose, the efficacious dose. It's going to help with that power output, strength. It's probably one of my favorite ingredients. It's definitely top 5 in terms of ingredients that I kind of look for in a daily driver kind of pre-workout is that betaine. And it definitely has it here. Next up, 1 gram of coconut water powder. Going to help with that hydration again, kind of combination with the sodium here. 1 gram is a good amount. I've loved seeing coconut water powder put in supplements. Even if it's a stim heavy, you know, supplement, I still think it's good to put it in there, help with that hydration. 300 milligrams of the caffeine anhydrous. I'd say that's on the higher end, which is always good for me. I am a stim junkie. Now, I haven't really been taking a ton of pre-workout, obviously the last over 10 weeks. The last week and a half I have been, so I am kind of back on the train, and definitely looking forward to 300 megs today. We have 200 milligrams of the 2-amino isoheptane, also known as DMHA. This is going to be a similar kind of like euphoric effect, energy stimulant kind of effect as to DMAA. Now, this is kind of an interesting kind of topic because I think some people get a little bit too crazy when it comes to the DMAA, DMHA kind of thing. I just said it, guys. One size does not fit all. Sometimes you need it. Sometimes it works for you. Sometimes it's beneficial for you. 200 milligrams of the iriadurensis. I love seeing that. That's a good amount. 100 milligrams of the Infinergy. I've been talking a lot about caffeine, dicaffeine malate, and these kind of sustained release caffeines, and I love it. I absolutely love it, guys. That's going to yield us 75 more milligrams of caffeine, so you're looking at 375. So now you're really looking at a really heavy hitter in terms of energy, and I think personally for me, that's great. It's a little bit later in the afternoon. It's about 2 o'clock today, and this is probably going to keep me up for a while, and sometimes I like that, you know, especially when I'm doing morning workouts. This afternoon one, it's gonna be probably a little different. I might have a little bit of problem. So yeah, I'm definitely really excited to see you know, that dicaffeine malate in here, kind of that sustained release, get that energy post workout. So 100 milligrams of the neurofactor, and then 50 micrograms of the Huperzia serrata, standardized at 1% huperzine A. Okay, I would say it's more surrounded around stim junkies, that kind of thing. Go to the Darkside, etc. Everything on here is dosed very, very nicely. It's fully disclosed. I love seeing that. In terms of the label, guys, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. I do think that it's missing a few more pump ingredients, but again, I look at things kind of in a well-rounded kind of state. It doesn't have the pump ingredients, doesn't have the stimulants, doesn't have the mood and focus ingredients, doesn't have, you know, the absorption, etc. You know, it's missing a couple of those things. So it's going to get a 9 out of 10. I still think the label is incredible. And yeah, let's jump right into the taste, guys. Now, this does come in 2 flavors. We have the green machine here and the purple punch. I'm guessing this is more of a grape, and this is probably more of like a green apple. And they are releasing 1 new flavor here soon. So stay tuned for that, guys. I'm actually really excited for that flavor. It's probably probably one of my go-to flavors if it's available within a supplement. Now, on the supplement facts here, I did not see a amount of water to take this. I'm gonna go with 6 to 8 ounces of water is kind of what I'm gonna go with. And personally, I'm gonna do 7 ounces of water here today. So, you know, we just talked about grape cotton candy on Iron Brothers. So let's go with the green machine this week. And again, I've not tried this pre-workout. They do have another pre-workout. It's called YOLO right there. It's kind of their, not entry level, but it's a little bit less expensive. It doesn't have as heavy stims, etc. Now, the other thing that I like about Hyped is they have a 1-for-1 kind of model. And what that 1-for-1 means is if you buy a product, they're gonna donate a product, a food product, to help basically needy families, teenagers, people that are in need of food. And that 1-for-1 model, guys, I think is really, really cool. It's really, really important. I think that's what somewhat sets them apart when it comes to, you know, being a supplement company. Obviously, there's a lot of other companies that do things, you know, throughout time when certain things happen or occur in the world. And, you know, it's like, we're going to donate some money to the pandemic. We're going to donate money to hurricane relief, etc. But these guys do it year round, you know, and I think that's great. They're utilizing a company and that sort of platform to do some good in the world, which always good to see. So again, I'm gonna do 2 scoops here. This is a pretty powdery kind of, yeah, I don't want to sneeze or anything, but little tiny little scooper here. I'm gonna do 2 full scoops. These are pretty cool little sample packs. I like these. These are really cool. I think a lot more companies should do this. This is great. Obviously, it costs a little bit more because you're paying for the plastic, you're paying for, like, you know, all these, like a scooper and etc. But you know, you're getting 5 servings or 10, depending. If you do 2 scoops, obviously you get the 5. If you do 1 scoop, you're getting 10 servings. But this is a great way to try a pre-workout for more than one time, okay, and really see what sort of effects you get. I think this is really cool. Obviously, you can get the little packets. There's a bunch up there. This is way cooler. I gotta give them that. It's way cooler. I wasn't sure what to expect when I asked for some samples, and they don't even have a location here in Austin. So if you guys are from Austin and you're a local supplement store, make sure you head on over to their website, guys. Reach out to them on Instagram at HypedSupps and get some more information. Try this pre-workout out. I mean, obviously, I'm not very well connected here in the Austin area yet, but if you guys are from Austin or in this area, definitely check these guys out. We'll give this a nice good shake. Okay, everything mixed up very well. Very little sediment on the bottom. You guys can see it here. Looks pretty good. It looks like a green, kind of lime green. Yeah, kind of watered down. Not super colored, which is kind of cool. I don't like when they go too crazy colored. But yeah. Cheers. Definitely green apple. Wow. Woo. Yeah. It kind of tastes like this apple cider. Okay, it's pretty sweet, which I like. You know, sour green apple or green apple in general, it's kind of that kind of more tart, kind of sour flavor. But there's a good amount of sweetness in here. Right now I did 7 ounces of water. You could do a little bit more, a little bit less, make it a little more intense, a little less intense. I think it tastes great. It has this really nice apple cidery kind of back end taste on the very end. I still taste it right now. Yeah, mixability is really good. No grains, nothing like that. I'm super stoked to kind of pound the rest of this. I've talked about taste a lot on the channel. It's not the most important thing when it comes to pre-workout. Most of the time, we're just gonna smash it back. If the effects are good, that's probably the most important thing. So we're gonna head off to the gym, guys. We have a big pull day today. I typically would do cardio post-workout. Today, I'm not gonna do that. So I can give you guys my thoughts on the effects and be really fresh out of the gym and kind of wrap it up. But definitely excited to drink the rest of this because it tastes phenomenal. In terms of taste, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. I think it tastes phenomenal. I'm not a big grape fan. I've talked about that before, but we'll give this a try. Stay up to date on the Instagram at BW Fitness. You guys can find out if I enjoyed this one or not. And yeah, we'll see you guys here soon. Cheers. All right, guys, just got back from that big pull day, and we did back and biceps today, and I'm kind of on a push-pull legs kind of split. And yeah, let's talk about the YOLO Darkside pre-workout. Beta-alanine tingles were minimal, I would say that. They weren't super crazy. I was expecting a little bit more, but I mean, that can typically happen sometimes, you know, where you don't get the super tingles. I did work out fasted, and it's a late workout. So, you know, I'm surprised I really pushed through a lot of that. I did get a little bit, just slightly, right at the very beginning, some of those cold sweats, not too bad, nothing too crazy, didn't make me feel queasy, anything like that. So really no negative side effects, no stomach issues, etc. Now, in terms of energy, I feel it right now. I feel really good, no jitters, no shakes. You know, overall, I just felt a really good sense of energy, a big pickup, and I still feel it now. The workout was over an hour, and I still have a big run to do today, so I probably won't even have to take anything else. I'll just probably drink some protein and then get out for the run as soon as I can. So yeah, that's energy. Pump-wise, pretty good. I wouldn't feel like, I don't feel like it was a big pump day. I didn't really work biceps a ton, pretty much as an accessory kind of movement. So only 2 exercises, but a lot of volume. And I do feel a little bit still right now, but not really like insane pumps. I would say it was decent. It was good. And then in terms of mental focus and kind of the clarity, euphoria, kind of feeling good, I feel really good right now. Like I said, this is not super crazy stimmed out, gonna feel like crap kind of pre. And I know some of the higher stim stuff can do that to some people. For me personally, I have a pretty high tolerance. I sit at about right around 200 pounds, 6 foot, and this really didn't like affect me negatively. I feel phenomenal right now. I just feel like happy and good. I pushed really hard. I put up some good weight, and overall, I'm pretty happy with this pre-workout. I will say overall, in terms of the effects, I am going to give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's missing a little bit of those pump ingredients. Now they do sell other products that you can kind of stack, and then you'll really get those pump effects, I'm guessing. I would say this is more targeted towards higher stim people, not necessarily stim junkie, because, you know, I don't know. The argument could be made. You could call this a stim junkie kind of like pre-workout. Just kind of depending on the person. It's always subjective, guys. Now, you know, for me personally, would I consider the price point worth it? Look, here's the thing. The company itself is a very well-developed company. It is a well-put-together company. I feel like they're an honest company. And I really didn't know much about Hyped until the last couple weeks. And so, you know, just getting to talk with them and whatnot, I think you're buying into a brand that's honest and transparent. As well with that, they're really focusing on like people coming into stores, which I think is really unique. I think as we kind of move into this digital age of e-commerce a lot more, Amazon, etc., I think it's cool that they kind of would like people to still go into stores and kind of learn more about the product in store, and that's really great. So overall, guys, I would recommend you guys check it out. Make sure you head on over to the website. You guys can pick up a sample. Obviously, I don't have a ton of product here, guys. Only five servings in each of these, and I just took 1. So I may end up taking this a couple more times just to kind of test it out, get some further review, and obviously I got to try the grape here, but definitely head on over to your local supplement store. They are around the country, guys. They're growing exponentially, over 1,000% increase in terms of growth, so that's always good to hear. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe and bell for notifications, and as always, we'll catch you in the next one.